Come to me, my children. Follow the sound of my voice to receive thy blessings. Unburden yourself.
Ow, 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 ow.
And welcome to the Church of Last Resort with the Dr. Rev Jelly Rolle. The Church of Last Resort, where your prayers are heard, your sins forgiven, and no matter what you believe, you won't believe this shit. And now, the Reverend, the Dr. Rev Jelly Rolle.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. Today is a beautiful day. It's a beautiful September day. It's like we're halfway through the month. Today's the 15th, and there's only 30 days in September. So those of you who are in the upper echelon of intelligence have already figured out that we are halfway through the month of September, and bless you for your intelligence. You should thank God that you're that smart, that you figured that out. Yes, indeed, because not everybody's figured that out. They're going, oh Lord, the month's almost over. No, we're halfway through. Or if you're half full, if you're a half a cup kind of guy, the month is half full. And if you're a pessimist, the month is half empty. And if you're me, it's the 15th. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Yes, indeed. So good morning, brothers and sisters. And this includes everybody, any new members we may have, all of you, all of the new members. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, brother Ian, always in the front row, almost always in the front row. Brother Ian, got your nice, good suit on. I see that suit. It's a beautiful suit. For those of you who cannot see it, it's his birthday suit. He wears that just about every time he comes to church. That's a beautiful suit there. The ladies love it. They say it fits them nicely. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So wherever you are, if you're joining us for the first time, welcome, welcome, all of you, welcome. And for those of you who are joining us for the last time, are you dying? What? Bad news? What happened? Did you find another minister? Surely you couldn't have found another minister that fast. We've only been on the air almost a year, I think. So you couldn't have, not that fast. You couldn't. Could you? Would you? Lord have mercy. Well, be that as it may, if you're leaving us, I don't know why the fuck you would, but maybe I'll see you Monday through Friday out in the street somewhere. Lord have mercy. And if you're a cop, I'll see you when you pull me over when I get to the corner. That's right. So thank you for being here, wherever you are, because wherever you are, you're here. That's where you are. Lord have mercy. Welcome to the Church of Last Resort. I am the Dr. Rev Jelly Rolle, PhD, DDS, AD, ADHD, MCM, LIX. That's right. And people have also called me the racy reverend, the pervert pastor, the vile, vulgar vicar of vice, the sexy shepherd, the missionary man, the dirty deacon of doggy style, the frisky friar, the ass man abbot, the booty banging brother. That's right. That's my favorite, booty banging brother, as opposed to the cunt chewing colored. I'm not really big on that, but it is alliterate. They did use alliteration so I just didn't write it down because it's the chewing part and colored. I don't mind cunt. Cunt's a good thing. And that nasty N-word, Lord have mercy. And they say that almost everywhere I go on the bathroom walls. That's right. The point is that I come by many names and by many methods, and that I do not come easy. Lord have mercy. So children, let us begin in the name of George Carlin, Robin Williams, and Richard Pryor. Can I get a fuck yeah? Fuck yeah! That's right. Lord have mercy. Thank you, children. Thank you. Now, if I may, let's see here. Well, what is, oh yeah, our opening prayer. But it is time for our opening prayers. If you or someone you know is in need of a prayer by the Dr. Rev Jelly Rolle, please send your requests for prayer, a healing, forgiveness, or any such requests to me at Dr. Rev Jelly Rolle at gmail.com. And please remember to spell roll with an E on the end. Otherwise, that other Jelly Rolle, who has many more fans than me, I don't know why, it is inexplicable, but he may wind up with your request. And he has so many fans, he's going to ignore you because he's saying, what are you asking me for? That's right. He's getting so many people asking him for shit. Ever since he made it big, whatever the hell big is, I thought big was he was overweight, but that's fine. But since he made it big, he doesn't have time because everybody's asking him for something. Me, I'm accessible because I'm not famous. So I will answer your emails, except for today because I was running behind and I didn't look at the emails today. As a matter of fact, I didn't even finish writing the sermon today, which you'll find out later today. That's what I'm talking about. So it was DRREVJELLYROLLE at gmail.com. For those of you who are only listening, for those of you who can actually read, don't, because it just occurred to me that somebody got the wrong fucking name up there. What the hell? Somebody's got to fix that. I'm going to see if I can fix it, but not right now. I'll fix it during a commercial break or something. Yeah, that's it. So please, please remember to spell your name right and mine. Lord have mercy. I can't believe somebody did that. I had to talk to the guy who was setting that up this morning. Didn't check it. But now for our disclaimer. While all prayers are heard, not all prayers are answered. And when you do pray, pray in the right name. Don't be using someone else's name when you pray, because, well, then you be praying on somebody else's name. That's called identity theft. That's what that's called. That's right. So all prayers are answered, but not necessarily when we want them to be answered. And some loopholes and restrictions may apply. And just because I fucked up the disclaimer does not make it any less legal. Okay, it's still legally binding. I just screwed it up. The essence of that message is the same. I see Brother Napo is tired. So you can just lay your head on Brother Ian's shoulder, and we can all help to carry the burden. Okay, you put your head on his shoulder and put your feet on Sister Sloth's lap, and you can just stretch on out there. All right. Okay, there we go. So please bow your heads unless you are driving your car. You know, because if you're driving your head, your head is like this, driving your car, people are going to think you're asleep, and they'll pull you over, try to give you CPR, think you're having a heart attack. Or if you're driving your significant other and you bow your head, you can hit the headboard, and that could be another issue altogether. And depending on where you live, the kids in the next room could be saying, "Why are you banging your head on the headboard?" Or your neighbors, if your wall is right up against the neighbor's house, they'll go, "There they go again, banging their head against the headboard." All right. So if that's the case, just close your eyes and let Jesus do the driving. Okay, do driving while we pray. All right. Lord have mercy. Dear Lord, bless the spirit of our brother, our dear brother, James Earl Jones. He was one of America's most beloved actors. Yes, indeed. He died Monday. A week ago, tomorrow, Monday, at the age of 93. Brother Earl Jones. He was at home in Dutchess County, New York, surrounded by his family. Lord have mercy. Good God. We could have saved another life, man. Isn't anybody out there listening to me? If you are old, if you are sickly, if you are in a condition that's somewhat fragile, do not surround yourself with family while you're lying in the bed, because you're sure as hell going to die like that. All right. I'm trying to save a life. All right. That's Brother James Earl Jones. Just slipped into the dark side while his family just sat there and watched. Okay, they may not have watched. They may have encouraged it. We don't know who's in the will. That's what I'm talking about. You can't trust family. You can't trust friends. When you are sickly and you're old and you don't want them near your bed. I'm trying to save lives here, people. I'm trying to save lives. I know usually I'm trying to save souls. And it upsets me to be this upset in the morning when I'm upset. I hate that. But I hate to see a good life gone to waste just because he's 90, what was it, 93? Just because he was 93, Lord have mercy. He has so much to live for, so much to live for, and so much left to give. My God, when will people listen to me? Don't surround yourself with family and loved ones if you want to live. All right? That's it. I'm off that horse. Okay. Now, Brother Jones, he had an illustrious stage career, which included roles such as Macbeth, Othello, the Iceman. He had roles in these classics. He didn't play Macbeth. He had roles in these plays, okay? And I have to explain that because he was in Macbeth, and he was in Othello, and he was in The Iceman Cometh, and he was in A Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. And if you thought that those were the roles he played, you might have thought that he was the cat on the hot tin roof. But no, see, he played roles in those plays. He was not the cat in The Cat on the Hot Tin Roof. He was the roof. He was the top. Actually, he was Big Daddy. But you get my point. Are you listening? Are you hearing me? Lord have mercy. That's right. Brother Jones also had an extensive film career. Lord, and I mean extensive, way bigger than anything I could have done if I had his face. If I had his face, I wouldn't have gotten a single role. And I'm not saying the man was unattractive, but I'm just saying that he reminded me of the Grinch, the cartoon version of the Grinch with the big cheeks, big smile. Like, beautiful man. Love him. Love the man. But he was in Dr. Strangelove. That's right. He was in Field of Dreams. That's right. People often remember, build it, and they will come. That was James Earl Jones. That's right. Build it, and they will come. Now, he couldn't come because back in those days, the era in which all those baseball players are coming out the field back in those days, he's saying build the stadium and they will come, but they wouldn't let him in. Because as soon as James Earl Jones started to come up to the stadium, they'd go like, whoa, you can't come in the stadium. You can't even be a groundskeeper. No, you stay your ass out there. And he'd be like, I'm James Earl Jones. And he'd be like, I don't give a fuck who you are. You black. You ain't coming in the stadium. And James Earl Jones said, I built this mother. I put a roof on the mother, put a roof on the mother, I put a roof on the mother. And they be saying, this is an outdoor stadium. We don't care. You ain't coming in here. But that's what he did. He built that city, that field of dreams. That's right. He was in Conan the Barbarian. That's right. Don that beautiful long brown wig in Conan the Barbarian. That's right. He was in The Hunt for Red October. All right. He was in Coming to America 1 and 2. That's right. Made so much money the first time, he said, I'm doing it again. And Eddie Murphy said, I need so much money from the first time, I'm doing it again. That's right. He was the magnificent voice of Mufasa. Mufasa. I love that. I love that name because it's just what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like. It's an African name. It's a Swahili name, actually. It's Swahili, and it's a name that they give slow workers. Somebody moving along, they're like, I'm working, but I'm moving too slow. They sing Mufasa. Yeah. Mufasa. Oh, I'm working, but I'm moving too slow. Mufasa. Ha! A Mufasa. So sorry, I don't know where the hell that came from. It's not in the scripts, and I can't get it out of my head. Mufasa. So, and as Darth Vader, he uttered and delivered the most famous line in Star Wars lore. I am your father. That's right. And he portrayed one of my idols as a child. He was a child. I was a child. I wasn't even I was a child. Jack Johnson, great boxer, really phenomenal boxer. And when I was a child and I was learning to box, Jack Johnson, I didn't box like him because he had this weird stance, you know. I didn't do that. I had a, yeah, didn't, nope, nah. Didn't fight like him, no. And I didn't run from the law like him, but he was in, he played Jack Johnson in The Great White Hope. And in the film and on Broadway, both places, he played Jack Johnson. Okay. And for those of you who are a little less literate in history, I shouldn't have to tell you this, but James Earl Jones is not the one who shot MLK. All right. That's going to be something you hear Trump say on one of his next speeches. He's going to say, James Earl Jones, the man who shot Martin Luther King, died. And no, that's James Earl Ray, and he's been dead, okay? But I'm just clearing that up because you're going to hear it, and it's going to be out there, and it's going to be all over the internet. And I'm trying to get ahead of it because that's how you stop these nasty little rumors. You get ahead of them, you anticipate them, and then you curb them off. And that way they cannot do that, okay? They can't do that, no. So you stop them ahead of time by saying, you want to hear this shit, ain't true, all right? And a lot of people do that when things are true, you know what I'm saying? Like you get some guy who got caught, you know, let's say an actor, and he goes, holy shit, they got video of me doing that? But it's not out there yet? Just a matter of time, okay? Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to get ahead of it. Yeah, where's my PR guy? PR guy, get out there. No, not the Puerto Rican, the publicist. Oh, Lord have mercy. How many times I got to tell you guys what I'm talking about? PR, if I wanted the Puerto Rican, I'd have said his name. I know his name. I don't call him the PR guy. I know his name. What's his name again? Yeah. But get the publicists out there. Get ahead of this shit. And that's what I'm talking about. Get ahead of it. And then that way people are like, oh, I knew that was coming. I heard about that already. That's nothing. He only murdered 6 people. I already heard that. So now James Earl Jones will live on as the voice of Darth Vader in perpetuity via AI and an agreement with Respeaker. That's right, Respeaker. And I don't know why they got that name, but it's a company for dead people, so that they can use their voice and likeness in perpetuity. All right, James Earl Jones made a good deal, and that's one of the things that held up the writer's strike when they were trying to make these deals, because James Earl Jones got this deal a long time ago. That they would pay him for his voice and his likeness for AI use. A few years ago, he got this deal, and so they're saying the actors are saying, well, obviously, it's something you could do. You could pay them for. You just didn't want to do it because James Earl Jones got that deal and he's black. So why can't we get it? See, that's part of the thing, So James Earl Jones will be the voice, or the AI will be using his voice in future iterations of Darth Vader when he's that age. I'm sure young, like he wouldn't be sounding like that as a young Darth Vader. Well, technically, when he was Anakin, he wasn't Darth Vader yet, so he could sound any way he wants. The point is, he's still going to be making money, way more money than I'm going to be making. So, James Earl Jones, rest in peace. Rest in peace, Brother Jones. May you enjoy your field of dreams, and may the force be with you. Can I get a Hakuna Matata? Dear Lord, please receive the spirit of Brother Alberto Fujimori. Yeah, I know it sounds like he's Asian, but he's not. He was the former president of Peru. Okay, he had a decade-long presidency. And he started off a good guy. He had triumphs righting Peru's economy and defeating a brutal insurgency, only to end up in disgrace. In the disgrace of an autocratic access that later sent him to prison. That's right. He was a good man, gone bad. All right. Used to be a good man, went bad. Oh, So Fujimori went to prison. Okay. He died of cancer at 86. Now, and he became a cancer long before that. That's for damn sure. Now, Fujimori, like I said, he was in jail. Fujimori had hoped to run for Peru's presidency in 2006, but instead wound up in a court facing charges of abuse of power. Okay, he received a 25-year sentence, 25 years, and that still didn't stop him from trying to be a president. In prison, 25 years, and he's still trying to be a president from prison. Lord have mercy. Does that sound familiar? Does that sound familiar? Like I said, history repeats itself because we weren't listening the first damn time. That's why history repeats itself. Now, he was pardoned in December, last December, not this December coming. Last December, he was pardoned. And so he was planning on running for president again for the fourth time in 2026. Now, he was not pardoned because he was innocent. He was pardoned because of nepotism and friendship and shit like that. That's it. All right. And this is why Trump must be stopped now. I know this is not supposed to be political, but I'm just saying, you got a president who was in jail, sentenced to 25 years, had served 3 terms, wants to come out and serve a 4th term, kept trying to run for president from prison, and people just letting him? No, that shouldn't even be an option. See, this is why people like Trump are encouraged. It's like, see that? I could be a criminal and a president. Woohoo! No. See, most presidents wait until they're president to be criminal. Okay, we don't usually elect criminals for president. This will be unprecedented and unpresidential as well. But that's why it's got to be stopped. But Brother Fujimori, wherever you wind up, sorry, may you be shown the same compassion that you showed all of those people that you had killed by your death squads. Sorry, Dennis. Thank you. Can I get a pound of flesh? And finally, Lord, bless the entire behind-the-scenes staff of Mondog TV. They are truly doing your work, helping to spread your word throughout the wordosphere. They could be anywhere today. They could be tired, but they're here. They could be anywhere, but they're here, and that ought to count for something. You ought to put an extra blessing in their stocking this Christmas. That's right. That ought to count for something. That's right. MindDogTV.com. The place to go to get your Church of Satire. Church of Last Resort gear. I got too many fires burning, too many pans in the stove. I got a lot of shit going on. And so if I don't think correctly, I just go off to wherever I left my subconscious last. That's where I go. So at any rate, go to minddogtv.com and support your local mercenaries. All right. Yeah. And while you're at it, do a little bump for the Lord. That's the good stuff. That's the reason we save it for Sunday. This is the good shit. So, brothers and sisters, in the name of George Carlin, Robin Williams, and Richard Pryor, can I get a fuck? Yeah. Fuck yeah! Brothers and sisters, today's sermon is called "It's All True Except September." Okay, it's all true September. And when my lovely wife, there's too many churches in the kitchen. That's a wise saying. Now my lovely wife, Mona, when she saw that title, she says, "What the fuck does that mean? It's all true X September." And I was like, "Well, it makes sense." I said, "See, here we go." And I tried to break it down to her, and it was kind of difficult because I didn't have this in bed with me. If I'd had it in bed with me, it would have been simpler. See, it's all true. September. See, September. God damn it, that's clever. Come on now, look at that. September. See, that's fucking clever. God damn it, that's clever. All right, I'm telling you right now, that's clever. You don't have to think so. I don't care what you think. If I cared what you think, I wouldn't have done that. So, damn it, so it's all true in September. Now, how am I going to turn it into a sermon? Fuck if I know. I just like the way it went. See, I keep trying to tell you people behind the scenes, when we create these things in the internets, we have to give it a title. They say, describe it. It's like, describe it. I don't even know what it is. And so they got this space there. And if you don't put something there, it's going to publish it with nothing there, right? So you got to have a title. Otherwise, you look like you don't know what you're doing. I can't look like I don't know what I'm doing. I got to know what I'm doing up here, or at least look like I know what I'm doing. And it starts with looking like I know what that title is. See, that's the beginning. So it looks, and looks can be deceiving. But this time I know what I'm doing, kind of. I know what I want to do. I may not be able to do it. Some people have visions, and they go, "That's my vision." And then you say, "That is a beautiful vision. Can you achieve that?" And you go, "I don't know. I may not be good enough. But I'm going to try." And I'm telling you right now, I may not be good enough, but I'm going to try. All right? And I'm going to try right after this word from the people at the Mind Dog TV and the Coffee with the Dog people. As soon as you hear that lovely lady.
Comedians, musicians, songwriters, filmmakers, authors, and podcasters. Coffee with the Dog is booking for the
Summer and fall.
now. Get free publicity and hone your interview skill in a fun and safe setting. Coffee with the Dog is a live radio, live stream podcast based in New York that airs daily Monday to Friday 9 a.m. to 11 o'clock in syndication on iHeartRadio, as well as video streaming platforms like YouTube, Twitch, Rumble, and many other platforms. Guests usually come on remotely via StreamYard, like Zoom but easier, although occasionally we do in-studio interviews. The morning show focuses mainly on comedians and musicians, and they have interviewed many top names and classic celebrities such as Robert Klein, Mike Binder, Eddie Brill, Doug Stanhope, Steve Byrne, Paul Provenza, Jeff Altman, and many, many others. For booking, go to minddogtv.com/booking.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Now, brothers and sisters, like I said, the sermon is called It's All Truth X September. Now, the original version of this sermon, I had to alter because of events in my family. In my family, I had a slightly different sermon planned for today, but because of recent events inspired by lunatics' shout out to the lunatic fringe, I have been asked to do a different sermon. That request came from my cat Tootsie and my dog Stop Dropping. That's right, my cat and my dog, who watch television with us, family. We sit down as a family and we watch television, and they saw the debate, and when they heard that would want to be president, definitely criminal, Donald Trump, say that they were eating cats and dogs in Springfield, Ohio, they got concerned. Okay. And if you check the internets, there are videos all over the place of cats and dogs being concerned. And now the geese are scared too. All right. Yes. Because apparently it's not, Haitians are not just happy to eat your dogs and cats, they also have to go for the geese and the ducks. All right. I guess they are a bountiful bunch. At least that's what my cat and my dog, Tootsie and Stop Dropping, were led to believe. I mean, they're thinking, why would a man say that to 67 million people? I'm sorry, 67.1 million people if it were not true. And he said it with such fervor. He really, like, they're the dogs and them cats and, I'm sorry, it's like, dogs. See, if I don't even know if I can do a Trump voice. Nope, I can't do a Trump voice. Doesn't matter. He goes, the dogs and the cats, and he does the arm thing, and you know he got the arm and the spit flying, and he's got the hair, and the hair is like stuck, and he's pointing, and he's like, damn, he's convincing. Does he really believe it? Okay, now he wasn't the first to say it. See, this is where it's all true X September comes in. All right, it's all true, except it never happened, okay? It never fucking happened. Now, but this is why this man needs to be careful, but not just him, all people of note need to be fucking careful of what they repeat, all right? Because these rumors were out there before, okay? But if you checked the internet, 1,000, that's it. It was mentioned 1,000 times on all platforms before J.D. Vance and Donald Trump amplified it, okay? And you're thinking 1,000, yeah, but you think about you get one post to get a million clicks, okay? Or a million likes or a million reactions, okay? This only had 1,000 across all platforms. Basically, only the fringe of the fringe of the fringe were repeating it. That's it. Okay? Nobody was being hurt then. They were just fucking crazy people. Haitians weren't fearing for their lives. Buildings weren't being called. There weren't bomb threats being called into buildings. Police didn't have to go running out, putting out imaginary fires all over the fucking place because nobody gave a shit about 1,000 lunatics on the internet. Because that's just a drop in the bucket. But when your number one lunatic puts it out there in front of 67.1 million, then shit gets crazy, okay? So thanks to Donald Trump and J.D. Vance, there have been a multitude of bomb threats called into various Springfield municipal buildings and schools. That's right, okay? Haitians are like getting their cars, acid thrown on their cars and being threatened. This is fucking ridiculous. All right, it's got so bad. Initially, I'm telling you, the city councilman from Springfield, Ohio, came up and said, "This is not true. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. It's not true. Stop it." And guess what? When Trump said it during the debate, they fact checked him live and told him it's not true. You think that made a difference? It didn't make a difference. It didn't make a difference. It did make a difference. He got fact checked because the lunatics are so willing to believe the other lunatics. Okay? So the Ohio governor, Mike DeWine, I keep wanting to call him Jim DeWine, but Mike DeWine, he made a public statement, a half-assed public statement, okay? He denounced it, says it's a very sad thing that these bomb threats are being called in and Haitians are being threatened. He denounced it, but he did it in such a piss poor way because he says, because of internet memes. No, Governor DeWine, stop being a pussy and say what actually happened. The internet memes were going nowhere. The internet memes had no traction, okay? They were like that worker moving real slow, doing a job. I'm moving real slow. I'm doing my work and I'm moving real slow. And then Trump said, Mufasa, Mufasa. And that shit just spread all over the place. All over the fucking place. And now Haitians are scared. People who work in municipal buildings are scared. And Mike DeWine is scared to tell the fucking truth, all right? He's scared too, but for a different reason, all right? Mike DeWine Governor Mike DeWine, I know you're watching because you watch every Sunday. You have a responsibility to the citizens of Ohio to protect them all, okay? You are trying to protect Donald Trump, who's not even a citizen of Ohio. Okay, J.D. Vance is a citizen of Ohio. Well, I technically guess, well, he is now. But guess what? He's one of the ones starting the fucking fire. And when you have people in your jurisdiction starting fires, it's your job to enforce the laws so that those arsonists, they get thrown in jail. They get caught and they get thrown in jail. They get stopped, they get thrown in jail. But you're protecting the arsonist, okay? Right now, this is what it's like. This is what it's like. I'm gonna tell you what it's like. Donald Trump goes into a movie, all right? Sees the people watching the movie and enjoying the movie, goes, this is not good enough for me. I got to put it in this shit. So he starts a fire, yells fire, then locks the door so they're all trapped inside, and then goes outside and calls 911, okay? And when the fire department shows up, they say, do you know what happened? And Trump will say, I called 911. That's all. All I did was call 911. Okay. Forget the fact that he started the fire, yelled fire, trapped the people in the building, and now it's burning up. He wants credit for calling 911. All right. That would be like a rapist raping a woman. He's on trial, loses the trial, so he's in jail, but now he wants to sue for custody of the baby. And they said, why are you doing that? He goes, because look at the baby. The baby's beautiful. It's a beautiful baby. Who wouldn't want that baby? You're a fucking rapist. She didn't have a choice about having that baby because she lived in Texas or Ohio or someplace where she couldn't get an abortion. But that's a different argument for a different day. Yeah, thank you. That's what it's like. Man's fucking lunatic. And he's leading other lunatics. Okay, now, DeWine, he was at a public event, ribbon cutting event for a new electric battery facility in Hilliard. Thank you, Joe Biden. That's right. That one of Joe Biden's many laws that he signed, actually provided the money for things like that. So thank you, Joe Biden. Now be gone. Oh, you still got time left? Okay, we'll wait till January. But thank you, Joe Biden. Okay, now DeWine said, each one of these threats has to be checked out, and they're usually a hoax. See that? Usually a hoax. You can't be sure. You have to check every last one of them out. That's wasting thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands, maybe eventually millions of dollars putting out fires that don't exist, because you have to check these things out. And yet conservatives are talking about wasted spending. How much fucking more wasteful do you get than that? Having to go through all of that shit, having the police going here and there when they should be there and there, because there's crime there and there, but they got to go there and there investigating shit that's not crimes because it could be a crime. And there's somebody, maybe a Trump voter, who needs the police, but the police can't show up right now because guess what? They're checking out a bomb threat. That's right. Trump supporters are being hurt by this too. It's just that you're too fucking dumb to see it because you want to hurt Haitians and other minorities, and you're forgetting that some of your good white people are being hurt too. Stop the fucking madness. Stop it. That's what I'm saying. Don't do that shit. Be responsible. Protect your citizens. Protect yourselves. Lord have mercy. Get me all riled up. And I'm supposed to be calm. I'm supposed to be peaceful. I'm supposed to spill the wine. I'm supposed to be peaceful.
She turned black, and now she wants to be known as black.
I'm supposed to be peaceful because and quiet and calm because Matt is trying to sleep. And he's tired. And I'm not trying to keep him awake. I want him to be able to do his job, but I want him to get some rest because he's a busy boy, busy boy. Busy. Very busy man, yes. Productive, unlike moi. So, and the other one other thing about this, uh, there's a it would be really nice, okay, if government could go back to at least trying to work as opposed to being FUBAR. Okay, so those of you who are not familiar with FUBAR, now those of us who, well, I was not in the military, but I know people who are in the military, and FUBAR is fucked up beyond all repair. Okay, that's FUBAR, and that's the way the government. That's where government is headed. Okay, it can still be salvaged. We just have to put the right people in there. But unfortunately, the GOP is focused on hate. All right, they're focusing themselves on hate and waste, and they may not intentionally. I don't know. Some people are trying to waste the money. Okay, because the more money that you waste on things like that, the less money you have for social needs. Okay, you spend all your money putting out fake fires. You can't put that money into education. You can't spend that dollar twice. So yes, it is deliberate and a consequence of ignorance. It is both. Okay. I'm going to put this on North Carolina, attach it. You know what the hell? I forgot. I forgot lotion. Damn it, my hands are ashy. I'm sorry. Can you see that? My hands are ashy. Damn it. Where's that lotion? That's the no. Of all the good things about being a black man, ashy is one of the bad things.
His hands were soft and supple.
And ashy. They're soft and supple and ashy. Mm. Now, another victim of this charade that's going on in Ohio, I should say two more victims, or three, the Aiden family, okay? I'm sorry, not Aiden, the Clark family, Aiden Clark's family. Aiden Clark was a young person who was killed in a 2023 vehicular accident involving a Haitian immigrant in Ohio, okay? The J.D. Vance Trump menagerie has been using Aiden's likeness and name in ads, okay? They keep digging his name up and digging his name up and digging his name up, putting him in ads trying to scare people, okay? The parents of Aiden, his father, particularly his father, Nathan Clark, has come out and directly asked that Trump and Vance stop using his son's death as a talking point. Okay? He's asking, he's pleading, okay? Stop using his son's name, his son, as a talking point. He is not a political object. He is his son, and he wants his son to rest in peace. Okay, it's bad enough that his son has been dead a year. Okay, no parent should have to bury their child. Okay, that's not the natural order. The natural order is we have children so they can replace us, which is why I don't want to have, that's why I didn't want to have children. Because if I don't have children, I don't die. Okay, it's very simple. You don't have children, you don't die, because you don't have loved ones around your bed when you get sick, so you won't die. All right, don't have family, don't have friends. When you get old and sick, be alone. You won't die. Okay? Look at Dick Cheney. He has no heart. No heart. Literally doesn't have a heart, but he is not dead. Why? He has no friends. That's right. If he gets sick and is lying in bed, nobody's going to be around him, and he's not going to die. All right? You may think that's anecdotal. I think it's worth investigating. All right? That judge that mysteriously died, the Supreme Court judge that died mysteriously, friends and family, I bet you friends and family was around him, and I bet you they were the ones holding a pillow over his face. Was that Alito? Justice Alito? No. The one that died just before, that one, died mysteriously. His friends and family were there, and I bet you they put the pillow over his face. So, and that's why Dick Cheney's going to live forever. No friends, no family, no heart. No wonder. Put an end to his misery and ours. But at least wait until after the election because he's supporting Kamala Harris and he's voting for her. So wait. Then, and oh, sorry. The thing is that the Trump people, they are using the same old playbook, running the same plays. They have it's a running play, and they run hate right up the middle. Okay, they're running hate up the middle, and Trump shouldn't be allowed to win a game with his JD team. Okay, no, because you want the varsity team in there, not the JD team, and the varsity team, in my opinion, my humble opinion, is any team but the Trump JD team. Okay, even Trump's biggest ally, his biggest cheerleader. If we're going to stay with the football metaphors, his biggest cheerleader, Lindsey Graham, go team, oh my pearls. Lindsey Graham is begging for Trump to turn the page, to run a different play, to do something different, to stop the hateful shit and to stick to issues. Okay, Lindsey Graham. Now, if Trump is for Trump, okay, losing Lindsey Graham is like losing a loyal puppy who's been waiting in the closet for you to come home from work every day. Every day, that puppy just waits in the closet for you to come home so he can come out of the closet and play with his master. That's what Lindsey Graham is like. It's that little puppy in the closet waiting for his daddy. But if you lose Lindsey Graham, you're doing something wrong. Because you know how hard it is to lose the loyalty of a puppy? You can do shit to puppies that you can't even do to a hooker, and you're paying them. And the hooker will walk out and keep the money. But you do the same thing to a puppy, and that puppy be like, I still love you anyway. All right? And if you lose your puppy, if you lose your Lindsey Graham, there's something wrong. There's something wrong with that. And there's something wrong with Lindsey Graham, too. But that's beside the point. Okay? Now, that debate, okay? It's okay, Trump lost the debate, plain and simple. But he's blaming the refs. It's like he's blaming the refs because they gave him extra minutes to talk. See, he had 5 extra minutes, I think. Yeah, like 5 extra minutes of talking time. And that 5 extra minutes, he did a lot of fucking damage in it. I don't know which 5 you could cut out to make him sound more sane because he said so much crazy shit. You may have to cut out more than the 5 minutes. But he had a 5-minute, if he had just spouted 37 minutes of nonsense and you had 5 minutes of sanity, that 5 minutes of sanity could have saved his ass, maybe, because people are forgiven and stupid. But he's blaming the refs for giving him extra 5 minutes, okay, because he talked himself into a hole, and instead of taking the shovels away from him so he could stop digging, they said, oh, here's another shovel. Here's another shovel. Hell, take 4 or 5 shovels. Keep digging. Keep digging. Keep digging. All right? Now, I'm going to tell you right now, yes, he pronounced from the stage that there are Haitians out there eating dogs and cats. It's not true. The only thing being eaten was crow. And that was Donald Trump eating that. He ain't going to talk about that. Now, the crows are scared too. Look at the cats and the dogs. Scared, the geese, the ducks, and now the crows. Okay? Now, Kamala has made a fucking monkey out of him. And if it was up to Trump, the Haitians be eating the monkeys too. Now they get some more pets. I'm sorry, animals. I'm sorry. I don't mean to do this. I don't have 67.1 million people watching. I think I have 0.1 people watching. But the point is, I'm not trying to start nothing. Don't start no shit, won't be no shit, as we say in France. That's what we say in France. Don't start no shit, won't be no shit. Now, so people, what I'm saying is, we've got to stop spreading lies, okay? Because a lot of these people either don't know their lies and they think it's all true except Ember, or They do know it's a lie, but they like the chaos. Okay? And we don't need more chaos. If anyone out there has a heartbeat, you know life is chaotic enough without the craziness. If you could have a perfectly simple life and there still be some chaos in there, because chaos is out there. That's part of the world. You don't need to keep adding more chaos. You don't need more crazy. We got crazy. Matter of fact, that is the United States #1 export. Our #1 export and import is crazy. We do crazy like nobody else. And school shootings, crazy. But who's #1? USA. USA. All right. We're the crazies. We are the #1 in crazy. And we got to stop that shit because we're hurting ourselves and our future. All right. The stock markets don't like crazy. For those of you who have money in the stock market does not like crazy. When crazy comes, stock market goes like this. When chaos comes, stock market does this. All right. It takes a dive because they don't like unstable. They like predictable, so they know how to rip you off. They can figure out how to rip you off if things are normal, you know. During chaos, it gets crazy, and they're like, "Oh, we can try to steal people's money like this, but we don't know what's going to happen next, and we can't cover our ass before it happens." Now, for those of you, and again, I'm not supposed to be touting all of this. I didn't want to turn this into a political thing. It's supposed to be a spiritual thing, but sometimes the two intertwine. All right. It's like the good book says. What's the good book say? In the good book, there's a story about being clever as wolves and innocent as lambs. Okay. Now, what's the good book say about that? I say that the wolves are going to eat the lamb. So don't just be lammy, be clever as a fox or a wolf. And if you're a lamb, get the fuck away from the wolves and the foxes. Thank you, good book. The good book knows what it's talking about. And not once did you see my lips move, because just like this, you don't see my lips move when I do this. See, I'm a damn good ventriloquist. Damn good. Not as good as April Brooker, but I'm up there. I'm good. So now, somebody just said, "Who's April Brooker?" Somebody, I heard you say that, and she's a comedian. She's matter of fact, she's out in Vegas right now doing some time, and not time, but performing out in Vegas right now as we speak. Well, not right now. She's probably sleeping because it's 3 hours earlier, and she performs 2 hours later. I don't know. It's complicated. It's a complicated thing, and nobody understands but your woman, John Shaft. Do-do-dum, do-do-dum-dum. It's complicated. Now, I have to make a slight adjustment to what I was talking about, because a lot of this stuff that if you're a Truth Social person, if you're a follower on Truth Social, I'm, for the most part, most of you on Truth Social, there is no truth. It's just social. Okay, just shh, shh. It's our little secret. Shh. No truth, just social. Shh. And a lot of that social is antisocial behavior. That's okay. Shh. Don't tell anybody. But you know what is social? You know it is good. You know it is fun. Blessings and Blasphemy 3 coming up in October. Hit that commercial, brother, man. Wake up and hit that commercial. Brothers and sisters, this is the Dr. Rev Jelly Rolle Come see Blessings and Blasphemy 3, an interactive comedy experience on Saturday, October 5th at the Church of Satire Comedy Club at 106 Broadway in Hanover, Pennsylvania. Tickets are $10 online at www.churchofsatirecomedyclub.com and $15 at the door. I'll bring the blessings and the blasphemy, you BYOB. That's Blessings and Blasphemy 3, an interactive comedy experience on Saturday, October 5th at the Church of Satire Comedy Club at 106 Broadway in Hanover, Pennsylvania. Remember, games are consensual and non-binding unless you request it. All other Church of Satire rules apply. And no matter what you believe, you won't believe this shit. See you there. Yes, indeed. Lord have mercy. Now, I'm working. I'm telling you now. That is going to be that is a live event on October 5th, right? Saturday, October 5th. It's a live event, but if I have my druthers, if we're going to attempt to stream it live, we're going to attempt to stream it so that people you can see it as well. All right, and I can't promise it yet because we're still working on the technology, but I'm telling you that. If we just check out plausible.com, PLAUZZABLE. Okay. If I get my shit together, when we do that show live in Hanover, you people will be able to see it for free out there. Okay. I'm not going to charge for it because I'm testing technology and I'm testing the audience ability and willingness to check out that kind of thing. But if it works, the future will be, there will be shows costing money, but I'm still testing shit out. So I can't promise, but I can promise you this. I'm working on new games. I am developing new games right now. Not right now, but kind of right now. I've developed new games. I still have to go out to the stores to buy the stuff I need to build the new games. Okay. Because they just don't pop out of the air. I have to build these games, okay? You don't find a lot of games on the shelves with using dildos and fleshlights, okay? They just aren't out there. At least not in the circles that I travel in, okay? I bet you there's people out there go, what are you talking about? You actually building these games? You know that you can buy that game on such and such a site? It's like, I didn't know that because I don't go to those sites. All right? Yes, I don't know. I don't go there. Yeah, so but that show, it's a blast. It's a fucking blast. I have a good time. The people have a good time. The audience have a good fucking time. And as a matter of fact, after the first one, you could hear on camera, because I have footage. Woman says, I laugh so much my face hurts. That's right. And that's when you're a performer and you're a minister and you give a sermon, that's what you want to hear. You want to hear somebody say, my face hurts from laughing so much. See? And it almost that's better. Actually, that's the second best thing you want to hear. The best thing you want to hear is someone say, my soul hurts from being saved so much. Okay, so you want that first. My soul hurts from so much salvation. And then you want to hear, and my face hurts from so much laughter. All right. And then you want to hear, my ass hurts from clapping those cheeks, because you're going to applaud. Yeah. So soul hurts, face hurts, ass hurts. All right. That's the order in which you want those things to be in when you're performing. That's what you want. Soul, face, ass. All right. So, brothers and sisters, I really hope that you took something away from this today's sermon. I didn't plan on it to go in that direction. I didn't even talk about the money that's being wasted by having to reprint ballots in North Carolina because Kennedy Jr. After the fact, after it was too fucking late, decided he wanted his name taken off the ballots. The ballots are already printed, but the Supreme Court in North Carolina says, yes, let's waste the money. Let's waste taxpayers' money and print up new ballots without his name on it. because it would help Donald Trump. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. Okay, they're not conservatives. When they say they don't have the money for something, what they're saying is we don't want to spend the money for something. Because when they want to spend the money for something, they spend it just like anybody else. Just like they say the tax and spend liberals, well, the fee and spend conservatives are the same thing. See, because the conservatives says it's not a tax, it's a fee. It's money out your fucking pocket. Okay. On behalf of the Church of Last Resort and the entire Rolle family, my wife, Amona, my kids, Cinnamon and Jelly Jr., our cat, Tootsie, and our dog, Stop Dropping, who are both scared shitless because of Donald Trump. Bastard, you scared my fucking pets, you fucking bastard. So I wish you safe travels, and I hope you will join us next week at 9 a.m. Eastern Orthodox time on My Dog TV and everywhere that you can hear this, okay? And we also have a replay on Spotify and a replay later on YouTube. So just pick up the shit, pick up the pace, and pick up your phone and your device and check us out, all right? So let us end this like we began. In the name of George Carlin, Robin Williams, Richard Pryor. Can I get a fuck? Yeah.
Fuck yeah!